Hi beauties, thank you for joining me. Today's video is going to be about steps that we can all take to create a more positive and dynamic image. We're really going to be focusing on confidence, and I think you're going to really love this video because it's going to be something you can refer to whenever you're feeling uncertain or anxious about maybe an upcoming event, or maybe it's a presentation at work or even a date. I think you'll find that these steps to building confidence will put you at ease. So step or tip number one is to smile. You might want to write these down because I think this is something you're going to want to keep to refer to whenever you're feeling a little bit unsure of yourself. So number one is smile. Smiling is so important. It is like a handshake or a welcoming message without speaking. It's the first thing people see, and it is the first impression they make of you. And also, smiling is contagious. So if you smile, chances are the person you're smiling at is going to smile back, and you're going to get a more positive reception. It also helps to release cortisol in your body and other hormones that will actually help to lower your blood pressure, decrease stress in the body, help you to relax, and has other health benefits so that you're going to be a calmer person and you're going to be less stressed. So smiling even when you're nervous is the best way to calm your nerves and de-stress. So that's the first step. Tip number two, make sure your body language is in sync with your words and your language. So what do I mean by that? I mean that if you're speaking about something and you're trying to be positive and your body language is negative or closed off, it's giving a mixed message. So make sure you look like your body is meant to be there, that you're not closing up on yourself, that you're taking up space, that you're able to make people feel comfortable because you're facing them and you're having eye contact during the conversation, and you're not sitting, in a shell in the corner or scrouched up or with your arms crossed, because those are all subliminal messages that you may not realize you're giving off, and you want to create a positive impression. So make sure that your body language is positive as well. Keep that in mind. And also the eye contact, as I said before, it's important. And so many kids today especially, and just people in general, are caught up on their phones and checking their messages and their texts. And oftentimes you'll talk to somebody and you'll see that they're distracted. They're looking at their phone or they're looking off to talk to somebody else at the same time. So we really want to keep their interest, and we'll talk about how you do that. But having eye contact is the first step. You've got to make sure you maintain that eye contact. It's important, and it makes people feel that they're being heard and that you care. So that's a huge part of making other people feel good, which in part will make you feel better and look better and seem more professional as well. The third tip is to always make sure that you present yourself well, that you take care of yourself, and that you come out of the house looking fresh and clean, and your hair is done, and you smell good, and take care of yourself. It could mean different things for different people. For some of us, it's getting our nails done, our hair done, our hair colored or cut. For guys, it might just be wearing, clothes that make them feel comfortable. Make sure that what you're wearing, you're comfortable in, that your undergarments are appropriate, so that you're feeling comfortable in those clothes as well, and you're not tugging on things or trying to cover something up. So make sure you're presentable. Always look your best. That's a big, very big point, especially in business, in any kind of career where you really want to move forward. You have to always look very professional, and you have to maintain a certain decorum. So that doesn't mean coming into work with clothes that are inappropriate just because they're comfortable. The fourth one is to always be energetic. When you speak to somebody and you're talking about some subject that you're trying to possibly persuade someone, or even if you're just having a conversation for the first time, you're meeting somebody, you want to be interesting and you want to talk with energy behind what you're saying. If you're standing there and you're talking to someone and you're not moving your body at all, and your hands aren't moving and your head's not moving and your body is staying in an erect position, there's no energy coming out of you. So people are drawn to other people that are exciting, right? We all meet somebody, sometimes we'll say, I don't know what it was about that person, but something just made you feel great in their presence, and maybe they were a great storyteller, or maybe it's the way they moved, or maybe it's the way they spoke, and they could have told the same story you told, but it's the way they said it, right? They had energy behind it. So put your energy into conversation and into your body language when you speak. Don't be rigid, because that will come across also like you're not confident. The next one I wanted to say was that it's really important to be nice, right, and be proactive. So many of people can come into a room and they'll talk when they're spoken to, but when you're proactive and you approach somebody else first, that shows you have confidence, right? Because you were the one to go up to somebody. You didn't wait for them to come to you. So being proactive and being friendly and smiling and having conversation and maybe introducing yourself first instead of waiting for someone to introduce you is a way to show that you're confident. And it definitely will create, a more positive image for yourself. I just want to see, did I forget anything? I think I did. Oh yes, articulate. Make sure you speak up when you talk to people. Make sure you maintain eye contact, but also that you speak clearly, that you're not using slang language, that you're able to flow in the conversation without taking over the conversation. You want to make sure that you're listening and you're not interrupting, and that you're not using language too quickly. You're not speaking really, really fast and all over the place, because if you're doing that, you will make people nervous. If you speak too slowly and the conversation's dragging, they're going to lose interest. So it's really important to kind of regulate your conversation. That means sometimes you're going to go up in your speech and sometimes you're going to pause. And pausing is important. Don't underestimate the pause. It makes people pay attention, because when you're talking for a while, it becomes monotone. But all of a sudden, when you stop talking and you take a pause, they want to listen, they want to lean in, and they want to hear what you have to say. So pausing is important. And if you notice, most public speakers speak on the slower side. They don't ramble fast, and they pause. They know how to pause and they know how to project. So they make sure that their voice goes up. At times when they're excited, they might talk in a way or speak in a way that's more excitable and a little louder, and then they get a little quieter. If you ever watch Tony Robbins, he's a perfect example of that. So make sure you articulate, you don't use slangs, you keep eye contact, you speak clearly, you don't walk away from somebody when you're talking, and you don't look the other direction. You actually have a conversation when you're looking somebody in the eye, and that's respectful as well. Okay, so I hope those 6 tips help. I think that all of us will benefit from that, and I know if you practice, you're going to see a big difference in the way you're received as well. So good luck. Let me know how it goes, and don't forget to like my page, and let me know if there's any other videos that you're interested in or questions you have around confidence, and we can talk about that a little bit more. I'll see you soon.